Testing one, two, three. All right. All right. Can y'all hear me? What the world's going on with the StreamYard? It must be an issue with StreamYard. It must be an issue with StreamYard. Because it keep going in and out, in and out, in and out. It must be an issue with StreamYard. Um, anyway, what's up, y'all? It must be an issue with StreamYard. Anyway, we are here, but like I was saying on yesterday, we thank y'all for tuning in on yesterday. And it was a good show on yesterday. Like I said, I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus, okay? But we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this broadcast that I want to discuss. So on yesterday, when um, we was on our way to sleep, and we went on Instagram, and I saw a video of Dr. Umar with a head wrap. Yeah, we want to thank you, Pan African people. We want to thank you and all that type of stuff. This man got on the show. God is my witness. Said the bank account, they froze my account for fraud, and that a lady and a man been trying to hack into my account, so they froze my account. They froze his FDMG account. They froze his personal account. So I'm listening. Then I'm listening, and then he said, I need y'all to donate to my PayPal and donate to my personal account. And we'll know by the end of the month if you wrote a check to to the bank account. Hold out for the end of the month, and was just begging. And I was reading the comments, and somebody said the Breakfast Club gave Dr. Umar all this attention, all this attention. The man haven't released a school. The man have not released a school. I'm gonna repeat like he do. The man have not released a school yet. There is no school. He's trying to renovate a building. Now he's talking about we ain't gonna be able to pay the lights. And then for the first time in my life, I don't have no money. I'm like, so wait a minute. You're gonna get up on this platform, lie to your audience, then show not a hick of proof of a bank saying your account is frozen. None of that. Beg your people to give you more money, which they already gave you $1 million plus, over $1 million plus. So open the school and still no school. And see, this is making it hard for people that really need money. When they ask their people, they say, "Oh, is he really going to use it for the situation? Or is he really going to use it for this? Or is he going to take it and just run with it and do all type of crazy stuff?" Wait a minute, we see y'all in the building. What's up, y'all? See y'all in the building. Thank y'all. I mean, just begging. And people have donated over 10 years ago. People have been donating to the school. And I said, they donating to the school, still no school. traveling all over this country. Now, it was a lady that Storm had interviewed, and the lady said, "Well, Dr. Umar, he, is bad in bed." Then the lady was like, "I went to her mom's house. She had a bad odor of urine, a bad odor of her yoni smell," and I was like, "This is bad." So you sit here and you doing all of this panhandling, and your mom is got bed sores, smelling like pee pee, smelling like dookie, and yet you're not taking care of your mother. Then I'm reading another comment. They said Wiley, he takes the money and spend it on the women. And then he was like, he just talked to the lady he dated into the ground. I wouldn't bet she is a part of the reason that the account is being investigated. Wherever the case may be, you can't believe a word that Dr. Umar say, and there's no shade. Out of all the stuff you got out there, and you begging the people. Yes, I heard him. Leon Honor. I said, why have you heard of Leon Honor? He has been exposed to Umar for years. That's where the storm found Leanne. Yes, I know of him. He had built a whole platform. And thank you for the super sticker on Dr. Umar. Been a whole platform exposing him for years. I'll be watching his stuff. FG and VM, FG and then VM, FG, V. That man had been dragging Dr. Umar for over a decade. Over a decade, that man have been dragging Dr. Umar. And I'm like, where is you at for the school? Where is you at for the school? You still ain't got that school out. You doing all that type of stuff. Um, it just don't make no sense. Somebody said his followers are real dummies, ignorant people. He took your money to live. He took the money to live, and it's so sad because it's a lot of people. I remember I interviewed a young man that came on the show. His name is King. He have a school out in Georgia, Albany, Georgia, I believe. And he had said, I'm gonna do a school for young boys. You don't have to pay, and the school is out. When it comes to Dr. Umar, this man have been saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do the school. I'm gonna do the school. Come on, donate to me and donate to me." And no one would donate. And see, this is the thing. I'm about to say something very controversial. You going around fucking women. Now you broke. Now you broke. And you up there doing all this, paying for women hotel rooms and all that type of stuff. And you want to fuck women. Now you want to beg everybody to go and donate to your platform. Are you serious? Don't not even to your platform, donate to you personally in your wallet. But yeah, you have over $1 million. Over $1 million? Like, are you serious? And the Breakfast Club, they brought that man on there. You talking about the white power structure, right racism, but yet you scamming your black people. You scamming them for a coin. Now, you need to even and then I say he need to put his mom in a nursing home. Maybe she'll get a better treatment than what he do at home. You can't even take care of your mother. You pathetic. And for you to sit there, 50 some years old, talked about your daughters, you talked about your baby mamas, then you came out, I'm broke. Donate to my cash app. I'm completely broke. My account is frozen. So you're gonna tell the people. And then he said, well, they said a fraudulent activity happened in June and up to now, but now they just freezing your account. All the fraudulent stuff was going on in June. Now they just freezing it in July. Why they ain't freezing in June? And why would you put all the accounts in one bank? Why you don't have separate account in different banks? I'm just saying, I'm like, now wait a minute. You got all these accounts or all this stuff, and then it's all frozen. And then you say, I don't have no cash app. You know why he don't have the cash app? They banned him on cash app for scamming. So only place he can go, he said, well, my Apple Pay or my He said on my Apple Pay or on my PayPal. But if you ain't got no bank card, how you gonna spend on the Apple Pay? I guess you just gonna buy things that just accept Apple Pay. It's crazy. It said, "Oh my God, Wiley, just seeing this. Where you been? I'm here. We ain't fall off. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show, James. Hey." It says the director who threatened him to drop his lawsuit against her a few weeks ago. She said she was going to show proof she paid his she paid his mother caregivers. Wow. And my thing is, you have a mother, and what I didn't know the woman was in bad a shape that she is. And it's so sad that when Storm interviewed this sister, she was just saying how bad of smell the mother is, that the mother coochie smell. I said, I felt so sad for the woman because I'm like, y'all are really talking about this woman on the internet? How bad she smells? She can't control that. But how low down and dirty and scandalous that you have to be that you talking about a woman's smell when you supposed to be her caregiver? You literally talking about, I have taken care of people for years. I've been doing this. I have been doing this that work for a long time, and I never came on to talk about how a person smell like. Oh my gosh, she smells so bad. Maybe she got a UTI. Her coochie was the only thing that was like my coochie didn't smell. It's his mama coochie. I'm like, but you saying this on a platform to somebody's mother, like for real, to somebody's mother. You saying this on a platform? Come on now. Good morning, Patty. And I'm just saying, I'm sitting here. And I'm like, now wait a minute. You gonna sit here and beg the people. They got to give more money. He have still have not sent out a report of what he was doing with the money in the first place. And when he went to the school's still not finished. Things hanging out in the ceiling, holes in the ceiling. The floors are not done. Chairs all around. Doors all around. The school is not finished. Like you just waste the money. And then this is also thing that's going on with the school. You not even verify with the state to have a school. It's crazy. This is a good point. They say it's weird how he have to have no other access to money, but have to ask his fathers for money at 50 years old, and he have 5 college degrees. 5 college degrees. I don't have a college degree, and I'm like, what? He just begging his people for money, and they gave the money already for the school. What did you do with all the money that the people gave? You spent all the money. You spent all the money renting cars because you don't have a car. I don't have the money to rent a cars. So you know what I do? I take the bus. I get my black behind on the bus. Or I walk. What in the world you like spending money that you don't have? Say, oh yeah, let me go rent this car. Let me go rent this car. Let me go rent this car. Why are you spending that type of money? Yeah, I'm gonna go rent this car. I ain't got a car and all that. And then how much is your speaking engagements? You act like you are a highly requested scholar, and they're paying you to go do these seminars, and they paying you to speak to these people on the Chitlin circuit. You ain't got no money to go to have from the speaking engagements. Where'd all the money went? Oh, your account is frozen. See, you saying that, so people say, "Oh my gosh, the white man is trying to take Dr. Umar down. His account is frozen. So let me go in my pocketbook and get his man some more money." I'm like, that's crazy. And I said, the Breakfast Club should never. I'm gonna put on my Instagram. The Breakfast Club should never bring him back. I don't care how good he talking about the community, about Trump, about this person. They should never bring him back. He been on that show for years talking about that school and never release it. He need to be investigated by the FBI. He need to be investigated by the IRS. He need to be investigated by the ATF. He need to be investigated by the DEA because that man, and he need to be investigated by the Secret Service because that man sat there and lied. That man sat there and lied and scammed people out of millions of dollars. This ain't about him being black. This is about him being a black psychologist. This is about his character, and he need to be called out. He needs to be called out for all that scamming. He is completely wrong for doing all that scamming. It's crazy. Why in the world will you get all this money and waste it on personal things, dinners, going out, uh, sleeping with women? I'm like, you doing all that type of stuff, and now you begging the public to give you more money. Like, I understand if you had hit or hard times, but you have showed that you was misusing the people finances. I remember someone sent me 40 some dollars. They sent me $50. And they said, "Hey Wiley, can you I want you to get back on StreamYard so you can play your intro music, so you can put comments up, and so you can do all this stuff. I pay you. I pay you the 50. I'll give you the $50." So you know what I did? I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. I said, okay, I would go ahead and get the StreamYard, and we got it for this month. And on StreamYard, you have it where on the StreamYard you have it where you can have the comments showing, you can have all this type of stuff showing, you can have people showing the logo, you can play the intro song and all of that. And she did that, and guess what? We kept our word. That's what you're supposed to do. But sitting there and lying to your followers and saying that you gonna do this for the black community and took the money and spent it. I mean, he was in that bag and said, just reach out to the PayPal and all this. I said, wow, because Cash App called on to him for a long time. And I already know his detractors that have been coming for him, you gave them more ammunition to drag you. You gave them more ammunition to drag you out of all the stuff you're doing. I'm like, you really gonna sit here and misuse the community? You know, it's people that donate to the school and their kids was like 9 or 10. They think the school was gonna come out within 2 years. Do you know we in 2025? And he been talking about this school since 2014. This is almost more than 10 years. I believe over 10 years, and still no school. Still no school. They said, "Hey Wiley, looking good. Glad I caught you out. Thank you, boo. Thank you for coming through. Thank you." I'm like, Dr. Umar, really, really, sitting there begging. Let me see. Something real quick. When did he start with the school? Give me a second. I'm just about to type in this Dr. Umar begging. Let me see. Just sitting there begging. It's crazy. Out of all this stuff that's sitting there begging. But yes, he definitely need to be investigated because he took the people money and spent it. They said that's why he tricked off the donations on the stanky yoni and Insta thoughts. Yes. And see, this is the thing. Don't sleep with a woman. And then you get mad because she embarrassed you. And the first thing you say, her pussy stink. But you slept with her multiple times. Obviously, the pussy didn't stink that bad. Obviously, the pussy didn't stink that bad. You literally got up on there and said all this stuff about her. Oh, yeah, her pussy stink. Her pussy stink. But you sat there and you slept with her. Obviously, it didn't stink that bad. You slept with this woman multiple times, and she had funky coochie. What that say about you? He also called her a throw goat. Y'all see what I'm saying? And then now you begging for money. That's what I said. He need to be investigated by the FBI. You misappropriated funds. You said these are the funds for the school, and the school never came out. Just sitting there begging. And I went on hard times. I asked the people, but every day, I need you to do this. There's no money in my account. There's no money in my account. They froze my account. But it's because the throat grow and the whatever he called the lady and this and then the man, I don't know what man he's talking about. They went into my account, they froze my account, and I need y'all to hit the PayPal, hit the African voodoo, hit the PayPal at .me, African voodoo, hit the PayPal .me, African voodoo. I'm like, really? So I was on Tony the Closer, and he posted it on his Instagram. I was on Tony the Closer, and he posted on his Instagram. Let me see, where's Tony the Closer. Uh, Dang, I can't even go on Instagram. Do he have a Twitter? Let me see if it was on Twitter so y'all can hear this. Give me a second. I don't know if y'all be able to hear it, but y'all bear with me, child. I don't know if y'all be able to hear it. Where is it at? Let me see if I can see what they talking about on Twitter and read what they said on Twitter. Oh, Lord, let me go. Oh, they don't even call it Twitter no more. They call it X. Let me see. Give me a second. Dr. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the... Hold on, I want to make sure I spell his name right. Give me a second. I'll see you catch that just because you're trending today. Umar is a scamming mix. What is this? Misogynist. Okay, did I say that word right? Misogynist. Thank you so much. I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I understand when you fall on hard times. Like this is the first time. Oh Lord, this is the first time of my life being homeless and not having my own place. I'm honest, sincere about it, and every single day I get up, I try to work and do all type of stuff. Now, let me let y'all listen to this. Let me see if y'all can listen here. He was just sitting that big. Oh, it's not loud enough. Child, I want this to be loud. It's not loud enough. He's just sitting there begging. They said Dr. Umar scamming ass is going to jail. They post. This is some of the comments they said here. They said King Kong of the con men. N word about to meet. N word about to be. The cash app is on the screen. I'll post it in the chat. N word about to meet the brother polite in jail because this is federal stuff. He have sit there and scam. He probably under federal investigation. He has to sit there and do all of that scamming. He said N-word needs to get a job. Dr. Umar, we recognize the face of the person can be a means, but we see one. We recognize the first. Oh, okay. Let me see the thing here. It says, since when does losing access to a single account leads to panhandling? That's a lie. He ain't lose no access to the account. This is Dr. Umar's karma for bad mouthing FBA, where while he was in South Africa. The ancestors don't like ugly, especially the lying kind. Um, Me watching this video. I hope not. When all fails, get the church offering call. They said let the Africans in the Caribbean support him. Oh my God. So they said, my question is, why is he not in jail yet? Oh my gosh. I'm just reading these comments. They said Edward need to go pour concrete. Yo, black A word going to jail. Now boy, LOL Charleston white voice. Another comment, they said, this is pathetic. He's a grown man with children. Why doesn't he have a proper bank account? PayPal, Apple Pay? Are you a 20-year-old Instagram model? What is this shit? This is what they read him on there. Then somebody else said, if you would have had a white woman, you wouldn't be going through this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all so very much for the cash outs. I'm just really here sitting here just reading this, y'all, and getting my life. I'm reading this and literally getting my life in here. But he have came out and he have been saying this stuff for years that he's gonna release a school, that the school was gonna then come out and the school never came out. He just sat there and he lied. Yes, thank you so very much for that. Thank you. I did receive it. Thank you. Just sat there and you lie. Why in the world would you go on this platform and you lie like that? Or just literally just saying how they hacked into his account. Now, do y'all believe that they hacked into his account? Do y'all believe that? Do y'all really believe the bank hacked into that said we froze your account for fraudulent behavior? I know you used to have a video of how nasty Dr. Umar house is with his mother living in filth. And that's sad. And that's why adult protective services, I'm telling y'all, I'm saying this, adult protective services need to investigate if these rumors, if these allegations are true, that his mother is staying in a place of filth. Adult protective services need to investigate. The FBI need to investigate what has come to the school. The CIA, ATF, all the agencies need to investigate. They do. I'm just being real. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Definitely need to investigate. Child, I'm just saying this. I say now, really, you sat there out of all this stuff, and I, and no apologies. Like, hey, just tell the people that you scam the people. That you scammed out the money. And people kept, and it was one person said, y'all don't know how hard he worked and all this type of stuff. Hard he worked. He said the people gave the money already. If you can't get no school open up already, return. You need to refund those people back their money. This man bought a building. He don't know nothing about owning no school. If you can't, let me say this: if you can't keep money in your bank account and keep money flowing in a positive cash flow, you don't need to be no principal on no school. We talking about Dr. Umar. You don't need to be no principal on no school. If you can't keep positive cash flow, money coming in, how are you able to operate a school? How? You ain't the person. How are you able to operate a school? You're begging for PayPal donations, and you saying you want to open up a school and never could get the school off the ground. If you don't know how to reach out to get funding, you don't need to be up there trying to run a school. You'll be a fool to put your son in a school like that. He been saying he's gonna open a school for 10 years. He was begging for money to open a school before he even bought the building. Before he even bought the building, and he finally, because he was getting so much pushback, finally bought the building, and the building is in need work, and it's gonna be that building is gonna take a couple of maybe a million or two to even renovate the whole building. And then he was saying he was having contractors, and they was scamming him. They said a few years ago, Lord Jamal was explaining to him how to get help from people in his community to help him open up this building, and then apparently he was blocking people. He was blocking people when they was trying to tell him how to do the school and how they was gonna donate some time, and he was blocking people. It's crazy. Let's see right here. The schools are vandalized bans as stated by the YouTube blogger Leonard. Yep, that's true. That is so true. He said, I've been saying he needs to start a summer camp that's easy and cheaper. But first of all, before you try to open up a summer camp in a school, you must first work on yourself. How are you supposed to mentor the youth when you have used the money on women and on your mom and just wasting some stuff, all this type of stuff for your mom and all of this crazy stuff and trying to find caregivers for your mom and trying to find caregivers for this and that, and you can't even provide for your mother, but yet and then you can't even get food for your mother. You have to go to your subscribers and all of that and do all this type of stuff, and then when they give the money, you don't give the money towards your mom treatment. You using the money to impress women. You using that to impress women. Come on now. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, welcome, 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 welcome. They said this guy is predictable, not a good thing in his case. Yes. And when I saw it on there, he eats out constantly spending all them donations, and that racks up. Like if somebody cash out me and say, "Hey, Wiley, this is food for food if you need food." And so yesterday I had to spend money on food because I have a free meal. And so you keep it in your cash and you save the money up for other stuff. So if a person send me something, hey Wiley, this is for a haircut. If you need a haircut, because I'm going through a time and building the platform up, you do what you exactly have to do. It's nothing wrong with getting. Let me say this because I don't want to sound. It's nothing wrong with getting donations. But it's a problem when you say you want to do one thing and then the people donating to that one thing, say in a school, and they don't see a school open up. That's you're scamming. But if you donate to and you say, hey, this is for this and this and this, and you're doing exactly what the person donated you for and giving it for, then that's understandable. That's understandable. Um, Let me see what they say right here. Dr. Umar been saying, thank you for the $10 donation, sister. Next time, make it 20. You see, you ungrateful. That's just like if somebody that's just like if somebody donate to me and send me $10. I'm saying, yeah, thank you, Daily Dose of Jazz, for sending me $10. Make it 20. That's ungrateful. I remember this sister that you see on the screen here. I was going through a tough time and I was going through mentally, and I told her, donate. You don't donate enough. Very disrespectful. And then she did Daily Dose of Jazz came out saying, listen, I don't have to donate to you. I don't have to donate to you and stuff like that. I was going off. But I had to learn my lesson. Baby, I took my meds last night, so I'm up today. Like, come on now. This is a good point here. Ammo. I think Omar started with good intention, but was over his head with tasks. The Atlanta school is contaminated, so it's not just a building. This have to be renovated. Yep, I agree. He didn't do his work. He started with good intention. He just hey, you can't come to school. You have to be very smart. You're in the business savvy. Come to school. And Dr. Umar is not a business savvy person. He's not. He don't have no board of directors. Board of directors, child. He don't have no board of directors. He don't know nothing about no school. So my boy, he don't know. He need board of directors. He need stuff in business to run the school. He don't know nothing to do none of that. They say I remember that LOL. And Jody just told me, I told Wiley straight up. I surely did. She definitely did. That's exactly what he says. The ungrateful ingrate. Yeah, he's be ungrateful, and then he want people to get more and more and more and more and more. You got to be. He could easily be a YouTuber. I don't know why he don't be no YouTuber. He started with a conscious stripper. Yeah, somebody was going to donate money to him before, and he got caught in a scandal, and they said they're not going to donate. He was all cut over Sukiana a couple of months ago. Like, huh? Yeah. You literally sat there and people had donated and all that type of stuff. And another thing, I'll drop the link. If anybody want to come on and give their side, you are more than welcome. I'm gonna drop the link right now. I dropped the link. So you want to come on and talk? I would love to hear your point of view. Yeah, I remember the stripper and doing all that. So he have always came out and lied. He never showed the results. He never showed the results. People need to see growth. They did not see growth from Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar for years have been begging and begging and begging and took the church's money and scammed the people. Scammed the people. When I saw that last night, I said he is sitting there begging his people to give and not doing a hick of nothing about the school. Just spent it on himself. That's crazy. If that ain't fraud, I don't know what it is. Then let his daughter come out and expose him for being a deadbeat. Yeah. He ain't even taking care of his children. He's talking about, well, I'm gonna tell you, I want to educate the black African children and all that. You ain't even taking care of your own children. You ain't even providing for your own children. Even in the Bible, it speaks about different qualifications of you got to be a provider at home. You're not even a good provider at home, and you up there trying to help somebody else. And then he said, I don't know if my daughter off herself, but I'm here. I don't know if she off herself or not. I'm like, you don't talk to, so you coming on here on the internet and you didn't call the children mother and ask how she doing? And then your daughter's on, like, it's a lot of stuff. And then I heard from his other daughter, they said the lady, she off herself, she no longer living. I don't know how true that is because we didn't get no confirmation. They said he's playing dirty. Yeah, definitely playing dirty. He said this video yesterday was manipulation. He said, I have daughters, so I'm not building the school for me yet again, targeting black women with sons. Yeah, you targeting black women with sons and playing at them heartstrings, and it's gonna be some gullible women that's gonna fall for it. His daughter is grown. It's not his fault that she is homeless. It's her own. But with that being said, but when you're trying to help other people, you could be trying to help. You should be trying to help your daughter and try to have a relationship with your daughter. Not, you know what I'm saying? As a father, come on now. I understand, but but Dr. Umar, he never was in his children's life. He was a deadbeat dad. They had to put him on child support and do all type of stuff. He said he's being ungrateful, accounts being frozen. Where's the proof, Umar? I can't call him a doctor because we haven't seen such a dissertation from him. Yeah, where is the school? And you have said it. Where, not where the school. Where's the proof that his account has been frozen? And that man didn't show a receipt at all. You just have to just take his word. Come on now, not even show a receipt at all and say he flew to Africa in the middle of his daughter's mental health breakdown. And you spending money to go to Africa, and a lot of them from flying to all these places, he's spending people donations. That money ain't for why you up there. I'm a fly to Africa, and you barely can make it in Augusta. You barely can make it in Alabama. Why are you flying all these places and you barely make it in the area that you is? His daughter is screaming for help and attention. She having a mental breakdown. Yes, and she need mental health treatment. But Dr. Umar going around talking about all the mental health effects of people with having an IEP and people that's special ed, and your daughter is having a mental breakdown, and you as a father is not being up for your daughter. You a sad, pathetic man. You a sad, no neck having man. You was a pathetic man if you allow your daughter to have a mental breakdown and you no longer around your daughter. You're supposed to be a king. And one thing, of principles of a father is to be there always for their children. A sorry excuse for a man. You gotta take care of home first, foremost. If your house is in shambles, you need to be able to. That's just like me, y'all. I want to open up a school for the people, don't they? But I don't have housing. So the first priority for me, before I try to start a side project, I need to have housing. I got to have housing. That's just like me. I want y'all to donate. I'm gonna do a school for children, stuff like that, and I'm homeless. The first priority is to get housing. When I got out, I was looking for jobs and stuff like that, and I said, and then the people say, Wiley, before you try to look for a job, focus on your mental health. So now I say, I think I'm strong enough to go out here and I'm still looking for a job and stuff like that. And I said, okay, do all that, but I should not come on this platform and say, y'all, I got this side project. I'm gonna do a meet and greet, but I need y'all to donate and sell tickets. But I'm homeless. The first priority before I try to do any of those side projects with home. And the only reason why I'm live on here is because this is monetized and this is my channel and it's monetized. This is the only way I have a way to make an income. I'm not just on here panhandling and all that. So same man, I say, ouch. When you see this, you see an ad. You may see an ad, commercials and stuff like that to get ad revenue, so I can eat. That's the widest thing that I have is to have a YouTube channel right now. So people, if they say, okay, while he was going through, I didn't even know you was out of jail. You know why you didn't know I was out of jail? Because when I came out, I was patient. I didn't rush to come back on the internet. I was focused on my mental health. And then I was like, okay, it's time to go on out back on YouTube and go on back to show to your people and let them know that you back and then do the topics, do the celebrity gossip and stuff like that. That's what you have to do. Dr. Umar, his priorities is messed up. Dr. Umar priorities is messed up. His priorities is messed up. He focused on everything else, but then your real life is in shambles. Real life is in shambles. They said, why there's only YouTuber that can hold his own, y'all? Yes. And I was, this was, she was, the lady went on Storm's show. I was so disgusted with Storm because you could have talked to the lady and been like, sis, don't talk about his mother. I understand you got problems with that. We don't want to talk about the mother, talking about she got a stanky coochie. Like, let's not bring his mother in it. Because his his mother is not the topic of discussion. Don't try to talk about the man mother. I mean, dog, the man talking about the man mother smelled bad and her coochie was. I said that, ma'am, you're bitter. You slept with Dr. Umar. You thought he was this African king, and he ain't nothing but an African slum. You really thought he was an African king, and he's an African slum. And you got embarrassed because you fell in love with a bum, and now you want to drag him and saw him and do all this other stuff, and then he having sex with you, and he was bad in bed. The dick wasn't good, and you mad and pissed about it, or he refuses your advance. He don't even want to deal with you no more. So now you want to go and expose him. If he was still dicking you down, you still licking on and doing all that type of stuff like that, then you wouldn't even say nothing bad about him. I'm just being real. You took your time out to sleep with Dr. Umar. Yeah, I was in a hotel room and he wasn't really that interested. He wasn't really that good. I had to do all this stuff for him. I had to do all this stuff. Well, you a dumb type of woman. You a dumb type of woman. You stupid. You doing a whole interview showing the world that you sleeping with a man that he wasn't even good at. And then the lady is ugly. The lady, I looked at that lady. I said, ew, Dr. Umar, you ain't got no taste. He's the older woman. She ain't that desirable. Let me just say this. I know I won't sleep with her. I looked at her. I said, this the woman? You ain't got no taste. You ain't got no taste. I'm just saying the mother, when she was on, I'm telling Bougie Barbie, I was watching Storm show when she said the only one that have second coochie and it wasn't me. You was making illusion that his mom was Yoni smell bad. Talking about she needs to see an OYBGN. She needs to be knowing that. Why bring the mom up? See, people forget that I watched the clip, Bougie Barbie. I was over there and I watched it. Because Storm, he broke that interview down and posted in clips. And when I heard that, I said, Storm, you should have told her we don't want to bring the mom in it. You don't want to don't even say that. She said she didn't see an OBGYN and all that stuff. You know what she was trying to say. I don't know. That's women stuff. I don't know. Oh Lord. I'm like, oh my gosh. He said, I bet he was sitting from the back and it was smelling like cottage cheese. But yeah, he did it. See, I'm so tired of men sleep with women and then they get mad and they talk about the woman's smell. They talk about the woman's smell. They say, Storm is always a women's stuff. Ain't nothing but about bottom. I think she said bottom. Say, I bet he finished. Go ahead, go ahead. And said, I agree, though, Wiley. Yeah. I'm like, really? You doing all that? They said, Umar is pathetic. Yeah, he is. He definitely is. He definitely is. Dr. Umar need a job and stop scamming the subscriber. I will not send that line N-word a penny. He have lied. And when I tell you that he supposed to have a school out and lied. Um, he even scammed the young brother that had the school out in Georgia and said, yeah, I come and speak at your school. So they sent Dr. Umar a deposit. And Dr. Umar didn't even show up. He didn't even show up, just sat and scammed. And didn't even show up. I said, child, and people still be dealing with him. Leanne, I hope I'm saying his name right, is younger than him. Umar is 50. Yeah, Leanne, he be getting together. I hope I'm saying his name right. Y'all bear with me. My apologies if I said his name wrong. You always can come over here and correct me and stuff like that. Y'all know me, I'm bad with names. I got you, Wally, but I saw it too. But I saw one video about the woman. I promise it wasn't exactly like that. It's just crazy and sad. And then, first of all, my thing is this, ma'am. If her house is so filthy and the mom is living in filth, why did you not call Adult Protective Services? I'm gonna be rude with y'all. Why did you didn't call Adult Protective Services? Somebody said $10 for the Yoni Fund. I'm like, why did you didn't call for Adult Protective Services? Why? To investigate. You doing an interview. So if you seen all this stuff, if it's true, you should report it. You was over there taking care of her. Yeah, someone need to call. They say, oh Jagger, at least you'll only have to have cycles, girl, one less. I'm reading this comment say you throw his goal and wanted him. That was her choice, right? Yeah, that was her choice. That was his choice. And it's sad because I'm worried about his mother. Because if he having financial issues, that means you can't even help give caregivers to take care of your mother. And then again, because people say, well, why don't he have a 24-hour thing? They don't pay 24 hours care if you have a loved one at home. You only get a couple of hours. I was watching a documentary on PBS, and it was having caregivers. They were talking about caregivers in this country. They only have a little help. They give you a little assistance. They don't have it where you be at home and they give you 24-hour care. Like they have a nurse come, or they don't have that. They give you a couple of hours. So if you want 24 hours, a lot of times you have to pay out of pocket. But now that Dr. Umar was doing all that scamming and stuff like that, he probably don't even have the money to go into the pot to give his mother to give his mother some services. So he probably would have to pitch in or pay somebody or screw somebody on the street, say, hey, can you check on my mom? It's really, really sad. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't like giving this as a suggestion because but this may be the best option. Need to be in a nursing home. She need to be in a nursing home. I remember my grandmother was going through things at home. Said this is not a great place for her. She need to be in a nursing home. And my grandmother said, I'd rather be in a nursing home than to be at home. Need to be in a nursing home because my grandmother, she was not, treated fairly at her at home, and I saw how she was being treated, and she told my mother, she said, no, I'm fine, I'll stay here. She told my mom to stay here, and that's bold when somebody rather say they choose a nursing home to be her because it was bad, it was a lot of drama and stuff like that. My grandmother certainly said, I'd rather be here, I'm fine, I'm good, because it was a lot of mistreatment, and I saw it. I saw it with my own two eyes, and I said, I got to get my grandmother out of here. She cried, breaking down in tears, crying and stuff like that, because people didn't. It's a lot of stress. People didn't want to take care of her. They say, I take care of you. You can't take care of somebody and you drinking. Same man to say, I don't care if you get mad and you get so mad you slap yourself with a corner of a car. You can't be doing that. When I saw my grandmother, I was like, I said, is she beating on the wall for some assistance? I said, no, she got to get out of this environment. And she rather chose a nursing home. Yeah. You remember that? I don't know how to pronounce your name like that, sis, but you a day one subscriber. See, my day one subscribers know. My day one subscribers know I always advocate for the elderly. That's my heartstring. And something I can't even work in a nursing home because it'd be so much bad stuff and I'll be trying to fix the problem. It's a sad situation. Yeah, they said this. They said Umar probably cashing his grandma's checks and living off her to donations, 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 donations. Yeah. Yes, I always do and should have. Yes. So if I always said if I have become a millionaire, I will always open up a facility and treat people right. Have properly staffed people. The treatment be good. Make sure you pay the caregivers a livable wage. Yesterday, I said Wiley risked his job trying to expose the treatment of those elderly. I did. I regret if I take it all back, I'd move a different type of way. But it's just like I risked my job literally reporting the abuse. God is my witness. I was reporting abuse, doing the right thing. And they blackballed me or whiteballed me, whatever how you want to paint it. I was doing it right. I saw the abuse. I saw the abuse. And for you to be and usually, this the thing, Daily Dose of Jazz, into the chat. When you at home, you should be getting better treatment at home. Do you know how sad you have to be when a person is at home and they're getting bad treatment at home? Do you know how sad and pathetic you have to be? Because usually when people want to stay at home because you get better treatment. But it is people that's living at home and they have to get care and they're getting bad treatment at home and they're not even in a facility. That they would probably get better treatment at a facility. Mm, 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 mm. They said, my belief Umar is keeping up her there because he will lose his place to stay. If he let her go into nurse home, the home would probably pay for it by the state. Absolutely. You right. And let me tell you this. I was working at a place and the dude came, he was eating his mom's dinner. So we sent her a tray, he would eat his mom lunch, he would eat his mom dinner. So one day we came and he started sleeping and he started sleeping on the floor. And I called my supervisor. I said, why is he here eating the people's food, eating his mom food, and he's sleeping on the floor? And then she was explaining to me that, they put her in a home and the son was living with her, but he wasn't taking care of her feelings. So one of the family members put her in a home and he went to the nursing home and was trying to sleep on the floor and was trying to live in the room with his mom at the nursing home. I said, that's crazy. I remember that. That is crazy. How in the world you trying to live? You did all that type of stuff and then trying to live up on your mind in nurse home. And that's how it be. People will try, and somebody said this point, people will try to keep the house, keep you in the house, getting mistreatment, and don't want you in a nurse home because they know if you go to nurse home, you'll lose all the resources. The house will go into foreclosure or the state will refuse to pay. According to the people, she have some type of housing voucher and she's staying in public housing and that's how he have a place to stay. I said, that's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy and that's wild. Yeah, that's crazy and around doing all that begging. Good morning, Prada. Doing all that begging. Yeah, Wiley's the oldest that had a lot of responsibility at the house. Y'all know, my subscribers know, y'all witnessed it, y'all saw it. And it was so much on the wear and tear on my mental health. And then I was talking to my therapist because I wanted to do. At first, we was trying to move back to Chicago on probation. My therapist said, "Do you think that's a good idea? I think you need to be off of probation first before you go and move home because it's a lot of stuff that's going on in the house. Do you think that's a good idea?" And I said, I don't think that's a good idea because it's a lot of stuff that's took a toll on me. And then now I did not make that decision. Guess what I did? I stayed right here. I said I'll find it here. And God has been opening doors. My God has been opening doors up for me. And it opened up door. I remember I was on the phone with Prada. And Prada said, I hear it in your voice. Hear your voice because they said we had to kick you out. You maximize your time at the program, and I was only there for a little over 3 months, and I cried. I was hurt, and so I was on the phone with Prada. I was like, hey, yeah, Prada. They said that I'm gonna have to leave um, the program. I I I I I stay enough in the program, so I'm gonna have to leave. And Prada heard it in my voice, but God. So I went downstairs. I had all my stuff packed. One of my subscribers came and got my clothes, the little clothes that I had, because I can't fit it in no little locker if you're going back to a shelter. So then the lady was like, "Do you want to leave?" I said, "No." So we found another place for you, and it's been a blessing since. I said, "Oh, thank God, thank God." Anyway, Umar's nephew had made a statement saying Umar refused to allow his mom to see them, her family, and quite often Umar's nephew. Hold on, wait a minute, let me see that comment. Umar's nephew said that in an interview that he did on YouTube. That's sad. And you know why he's keeping the family away from him? Because he's abusing his mother. Anytime you are refusing to have people to come see it, you're abusing. You don't want the person. You don't want a person around. You're abusing all that type of stuff. I remember I had went to the nurse home to see my grandmother, and they was mistreating her. So I took pictures and stuff like that. I told them, I said, you need this nurse have a nasty. The nurse had a nasty attitude, y'all. So I told my mom, I said, yeah, we know about that nurse. She have a nasty attitude. So I said, she need to be fired. You don't talk to my grandmother no any kind of way, and you don't talk to me no any type of way. If you hate your job, you don't need to be working a thing. So my mom, she reached out. She sent the lady, the administrator a letter. I typed the letter out on Chat GPT. It was a professional letter. And she reached out, and my uncle was mad. Why Marquise for doing all that stuff? I said, I will always advocate. If I see anything, if I get a hint of any abuse of my grandma going through, I'm going to report it. And I have done that. So you know what they do? They don't tell me nothing. So I get on the phone with my mom. So I get on the phone with my mom, right? I say, hey, this is how our conversation goes. 'Cause we don't have a close relationship. I say, hey, ma, how's grandma doing? Oh, she fine. She fine. Everything is fine. I'm like, oh, okay. Because my relationship with my mom is torn. So when I get on the phone, we talk every day, but we don't talk. If you know how people could be on the phone, I've been on the phone with my mom for hours and hours and hours and hours. We don't have that type of relationship. The most max I'll be on the phone with my mom is like 4 or 5 minutes. I thank God for that. About 4 or 5 minutes, we don't be on the phone for an hour or 2 hours. We don't have that type of relationship. Because I know she be lying. I know her mother. Like the back of my head, I know her mother. I say, how's everything? Oh, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is not fine. I can tell in her voice. But she not going to tell me because I'm going to try to fix it. Only thing I can do now, I say, I give it over to God. I say, God, fix it for my mother. She's going through a lot of childhood trauma. She's going through a lot. Fix it for her. I can sense it. And that's why God said, no, you can't go back there. It's too much drama, and you don't need to see that. Yeah, I know her so much. It's just I have by, and I feel bad because I would love to. You know how people be saying, "Yeah, I talk to my mom for 4 hours. We talk every day. We real close." I would love to have a relationship with my mother, but we don't have that relationship. But we do talk every day. Umar wore her checks, the vouchers, probably some food stamps. I bet she living off her. He's trash. It's sad. And then you living off her. I said, it's so sad. It's okay to be in need sometime, okay? What the world is going on with this phone? It's okay to be in need sometime, but come on now. For years and years and years, he been doing this. They said I work as LPA in a nurse home, and there's a lot of bullying going on. A lot of staff are so miserable. Yes, it's a lot of bullying going on. It's a lot. I've worked in nurse homes. I know how it is. I know how it is. And when I had worked in a nurse home in Las Vegas, I felt so bad that the food they was feeding him, it was like they was feeding him some food in prison. I said, this the food they feed the residents? I won't even feed that for my dog. No, we not as close. We not as close. We talk every day, and but one thing I said I'm gonna be the different type of person. And every day I get on the phone, I say, hey ma, I love you. She said I love you too. But my mother never, she never say, Marquise, I love you. I love you, son. How you doing, son? She never called me. I have to call her. That's the relationship. She don't get me on the phone and call me. I have to call her. She never called me and said, hey son, how you doing? How's your mental? I don't have that type of relationship. She don't know how to do it. And so I can't blame her because she have a lot of childhood trauma and she's just a grown woman and never got through her trauma. So she don't know how to give it. So I can't blame her to give something that she don't know how to give. So yeah, I have to call her. And I was homeless out on the street. No phone calls at all. And that's why I said, you got to depend on God. God will be your father to the fatherless. God will be your mother to the motherless. You have to depend. My faith got stronger. Because if it wasn't for my faith, I wouldn't be able to make it. When I came, my faith got strong. I said, God can do it. And he's been doing it. Yes, I've been feeling down a little bit, but it's like God opened it up and said, look at what you're at now. Now go on your platform. Go on your platform and do all that stuff. And God sent people in my life like Proud of Me, sent people in my life like Jada, Tasha, my moderators, Latavia, my members, my subscribers. God would send people in and just send people in. I said, okay, that's a blessing. A lady reached out to me for some things she want to contribute to the show. I said, it's a blessing. And I said, well, this is my gift. This is how y'all got to know me. Because at first I didn't want to come back. Because I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. I said, I don't want to come back. And I was on the phone with Monica. She said, Wiley, I feel like you don't want to talk to me because you think I'm ashamed of you for what you did. She said, no, I understand that you was going through a mental breakdown. And then we started getting back on the phones because at first I was embarrassed. I was keeping my distance. And I didn't even want to come back on YouTube. I didn't. And I did not come back on YouTube like that. I couldn't do it because I was embarrassed. I feel like I let my audience down and I embarrassed myself and my family. So I didn't rush back. on the platform. I didn't. And that was the advice from my subscribers. Like, don't rush back. Take your time. He said, that's how I work. Family is always blood, is friends, sometimes more than family. I believe that. Amen. So I hope you have a great support system, Wiley. That's all part of your testimony. Yes, a great support system. Absolutely. You didn't embarrass us. Oh, thank you for that. You didn't embarrass us. Oh, thank you for that. Where's Cheesecake? What she said? Um, what happened to the monetary? So, baby, when we was going through our thing, baby, they said Terry deleted the Discord. I don't see. She could have been an op. She deleted. She we had her on the Discord. No, was it Discord? Prada. But anyway, the lady deleted her whole channel. Let me bring Prada on. Prada, can you explain to what happened to Terry? Let me see if I can bring Prada on. If you can explain to what happened to Terry. Let me see if Prada can come on and explain what happened to Terry, because she can explain it. Because a lot of stuff. Let's see if she can explain it. Hold on, I'm bringing Terry on. You know, chocolate cheesecake. I love it. I love the mess. I love the mess. Yes, it says still the same. Nothing has changed, and nothing will change. Stay where you at if you want the peace of mind. Absolutely. Amen. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for that, sis. Thank you for that, sis. Good morning, Wiley. Hey, good morning, Natasha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we talked about Dr. Umar scamming. See, we need the tea for this morning. Yes, I'm waiting. She gonna give you the tea about why Terry left. Peace. Thank you for that, Anna. Love you. Hey, Pink. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, and Dr. Umar. This man, y'all. I said, wow. I'm glad I ain't got no scamming in me. I don't got the heart to do all that scamming.
Y'all so messy. Y'all is so messy on this Sunday morning. I am so
Yeah,
weak. Um, so chocolate cheesecake asked, um, what happened to our moderator Terry? Well, Miss Terry turned out to be a bot. As soon as Wiley went to jail, she deleted everything. She deleted her station head. She deleted her channel on YouTube. She deleted everything. She totally disappeared.
yeah, and this was right
Mind
after I
you,
left jail.
neither of us. So, although Terry was a moderator, Wiley made her a moderator. I'm assuming it was a her. Wiley made her a moderator. He did not know who she was, and neither did we. Okay. Now, Wiley knows who I am. Wiley knows who Tasha is. Wiley knows who I think most of the rest of his moderators, you know who we are, right? In real life.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, huh?
So yeah, this Terry person, I feel like that was the only person that Wiley didn't know and we didn't know. And so because of that, I was always kind of apprehensive. But like I said, because he made her a moderator, we kind of just went along with it. But um we have to stop doing that because people are crazy, as we've seen.
That's how I'd be so skeptical of adding new moderators and stuff like that. Unless you be in a chat, I get you on the phone. We can chit chat, try to get your vibe and all that. And usually, when people mod on the Wiley Show, they usually mod it for a long time. Like they've been here for a little while. Like Tasha been here for a little while. You been here for a little while. Been here for a while. We got Latavia I've met. Been here for a while. So you been here for a while. And Deidre, I met her. She been knowing me for a while as well. But this Terry person, I didn't know who she was, but she was dragging another moderator, and well, who was she? No, she was dragging a former moderator. What was that lady name? That was the cop, and she was on the show. Lord, I can't think of her name.
D vlogs.
Yeah, D Vlogs, because D Vlogs wanted me to go on bingo for free. I said, I'm not going on bingo for free and all that type of stuff. Why you don't donate? I'm like, lady, you don't even donate like that. And you want me to go, why would I go on bingo for free? Just to
Not she
entertain you.
wasn't donating, but she was over here starting all that mess.
Yeah, she was starting that. And she was one of the ones that told me, you need to fire product. I can't
I
stand
remember
that beat.
that's
I
how
can't
our beef
stand
got
that beat.
started. And then remember that last time that she was over here on your channel, she was like, I don't know why Proud of Me doesn't like me. And I'm like, ma'am, you know good and well why
Mm-hmm.
we have beef. This beef is the beef that you started. You
Mm-hmm.
keeping behind somebody you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
rallying behind them, and didn't know this lady was catfish.
Yeah. Surely did. Somebody, Beans, the choosing one said, "Hey Wiley, just drop down to support you. Love you. Thank you, sister. Good morning." I did the morning show because Prada, she was like, "Hey Wiley, you need to do the morning show. You need to do the morning show." I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So I had went to sleep yesterday. I was like, let me get some rest. I was on the beach sector yesterday, getting dragged. I was like, okay, this is the beach sector. So I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep. I was watching some church stuff. Man, when I went to sleep, I woke up so refreshed. And I gotta send you Prada this church thing, because you know my pastor, he a part of the this organization, this church organization. I forgot the name of it, but they had their holy convocation. I want you to fast forward to when that preacher was preaching, where you can get your ultimate life. He was preaching so good, talking about all the healing that people was going through. He was laying hands on people, was getting healed, and he was sharing people testimonies. I said, Lord, I got to show this to Prada. He did. I was just watching that before I did the show, because I think like if you come on YouTube, you got to have a good spiritual life so you don't let this negativity affect you in the situation. They said
That's
Terry
facts.
in the chat now. What?
Terry said I left and deleted everything because it was way too much that Wiley did and it affected my own mental health. Okay, how do you think we felt?
Oh, okay, okay. But did you go to jail like me? So wait a minute, is that her? That's that for the future. Is that Terry? I'm just saying, is that the real Terry? I don't even know how she sound. Do you know? Have you
I
ever been
don't
on
know
the phone
because
with
she
Terry?
deleted all the channels and stuff, and that's what I'm saying. She never did come up here. She never came up to speak. We don't know what she looks like. We don't know her voice. Because that picture that she had as her profile picture, I saw O'Shea Duke Jackson use that photo, and I had told her, and she was like, "Oh, well, that's okay because this isn't my real photo." And I was like, "Oh,
Also, that wasn't her. They said I left and deleted everything because of the way it was way too much what Wiley did, and it affected my own mental health. Okay, well that's understandable, but at least you should. It's
Terry
bad.
said, proud of me. I don't owe you anything. Who are you? Right. Why? So why are you over here?
Well, I was surprised that she back. I'm surprised she's back. But the thing, you know what, Terry? Don't come in the chat saying like, come on the live, so
No,
we can hear
because
your
that's what they
voice.
do. Anytime I point something out, I become their enemy for pointing it out.
Now come on the live so we can hear your voice, Terry. I'm here because it's the Wiley Show. But Terry, we just was trying. I was trying. But let me
Sweetie,
first say
you
this.
lied and then you disappeared and now you think you about to come back.
But let me also say this: if I affected anybody mental health, I apologize because I've said that's why I came on the platform slowly, trying to understand, trying to come back slowly and all that. Because even Prada felt that I was feeling down and sad.
Bougie Barbie, but she's not hitting the link, which is what the problem was the last time.
Oh, they said it gave her the right to delete. But what gave her the right to delete stuff for Wiley? Oh, what? Oh, they said the girls are fighting. Well, we trying to bring her on so she can come on and respond. But let me say this: if I caused anybody,
Ain't nobody fighting. Do you see her typing? Right. So laugh at that.
so I apologize for the or the serious on the serious note. If if I affected anyone's mental health, I apologize because I was going through a tough time and it was a rough ride. But shout out to the Pradas, to the Tashas, to the Latavias, to the Deidras, to I believe Mouth Open. I believe she's still a member, or she's still a member. She's one of the longest members.
Is she
That
clicking the link though? That's the
that
problem. Is
yeah,
she
we
clicking the link?
is she clicking the link? Yeah,
Is
I
she
could drop the
clicking
link
the
again.
link?
Oh, she clicking the link. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Give me a second, you guys. I could drop the link again. Hold on. Okay, I dropped the link. I dropped the link for her. If she wanted to come on, if anybody wanted to come on. But speaking about this,
Then trying to fake beef in the chat for the people who like to kiki and laugh. Ma'am, I just went over here on Station Head and I'm looking at all of our messages. So would you like me to put these messages in the group chat, Wiley?
we for I can see the messages. Well, I don't
Because
know.
this is y'all's problem. Y'all be laughing and kikiing with these people who aren't even real people. Now tell your friend to click the link. Since she a real person and y'all going to bat for her in the chat, tell her to click the link.
Yeah, because I would like to hear her voice and see if she'll report. That's the only way how you resolve it.
Y'all be jumping behind these people that y'all don't know who aren't even real people.
Because Prada came on
Just because
camera.
they're coming up against me and y'all think that's funny. Tell them to click the link.
Yeah, to definitely kick the link. I would love to have a conversation with her. I would love to have a conversation with her and to have this type of stuff like that because she deleted everything. Because you had told her, I'm like, what happened to Terry delete? Because
Like, were
once she,
y'all talking
what,
to her? Were y'all talking to right? Natasha said Terry tried to fight her. Who does that? So were y'all talking to
what's
her?
Terry in the
Because I
Discord?
was having conversations with her on Station Head. So you have to consider what we were discussing and why I have questions for her. Were you talking to her on Station Head? Were you talking to her at all? Okay, so at this point in the juncture, you need to shut up because you don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-mm. Remember that you did the Discord? Was she on the Discord?
Um,
Did she ever do the Discord? I know who. I
I
think it was
can't
me, Tasha,
remember.
you. Okay.
If you're referring to the Discord, the original Discord we had, no.
Okay.
Then we tried to do another one, but that never got started. I don't remember if I added her on there or not.
Okay.
Thank you,
'Cause-
Chocolate Cheesecake. She owes us an explanation.
yeah, I would like to know. I would like to know, and so we can hear her voice. I'm still. We giving her a
Y'all
chance.
laughing and kicking, and Natasha just said this girl was talking about fighting her. What is funny about that?
They said
There's
internet
stuff
beef was
that's funny,
beyond
there's
me.
stuff that's not funny. This falls in the not funny category. None of what we just discussed is funny.
T1000 said, "I love me some Prada." Yeah, Prada been on for a
I
while.
love you too.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all
They
just be
go
laughing at
killing.
stuff just to laugh. None of this stuff be funny. But then when it turns around and it happens to you, then we don't see you laughing. It's suddenly not funny. Was I laughing last night when that man was trying to attack Jazz? No, because that shit was not funny to me.
Mm-mm. They said I was out for a long time after Wiley was away, so I don't know. I don't know what the heck
Now she was
happened.
out for a long time. But she was just up in here talking about, oh, well, Terry's just trying to explain what happened. So where is she?
They said, "Thank God I don't get invested." So I want to say this really quick, so y'all just come into the chat here. We was talking about Dr. Umar. Some of y'all was sending me messages and stuff like that. I understand that about the Dr. Umar, and I thank you because I was watching it last night on Instagram about him begging for finances, begging for money, and his mom she's in a dirty apartment and all of that, and we was making those comments, and then we was talking about, then we when I gave my testimony, then we brought up Terry. Is a moderator, and then Terry deleted all her social medias and stuff like that. And then Terry, the former moderator of the Wiley Show, came back and said, "Hey, I deleted everything because Wiley caused me a lot of my mental health. But for me, I was the one that went to jail. I was the one that was in mental hospital. So I do apologize because I don't know of anything like that. And we modded her up for not that long. She wasn't a mod that long. Before the Walmart incident, she was probably modded for a couple of months. I modded her up, but I never got on the phone with her or never got on Instagram But we talk like how I talk with my other mods in group chats and stuff like that. So we never had the relationship. So I don't know if she a woman or a man, because I never got her on the phone where I confirm and be like, hey, sis, or hey, bruh. Never got on the thing, but she did say she left because she deleted everything because I caused her a lot of harm in her mental health and stuff like that. That's what she was saying. But back to Dr. Umar in a sec, I want to say this, and since I got Prada on, did you hear the video of him talking about the begging the people for money, saying his bank account was frozen because of fraud? Do you believe that?
Um, do I believe his bank accounts are
Bank account
frozen
was
for
frozen
fraud?
for fraud,
I can
and
believe it because he's been telling y'all that he's building a school for I don't know how many years, and we haven't seen one brick, one notebook for the school.
yeah, and then do you believe? And my thing is this: do you think the FBI? Because if your account is frozen, do you think he's under some type of federal investigation? Because I remember I was watching Trap Queens, and it was a lady. She was doing fraud and stuff like that, and she was trying to get access to her bank account, and they froze her account. And I was like, when he said that, he could be under federal investigation.
Natasha said Dr. Umar was doing voodoo.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
Lord. Oh Lord. I'm trying to see all the comments, child.
Jazz said
So
Anna, it probably was a troll the whole time, child. Right.
could be
That's what we were trying to get y'all to
because
understand, but y'all
usually,
just be so intent on kicking up mess. You not even looking at what's going on. You just see an
and it
opportunity to
also
kick
could
up
be
mess.
the people that come over from other channels and it's like, oh, go over there and
Exactly.
be a model of the Wiley Show channel and all of that. All that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm very clear minded, and we don't have a lot of people in the chat, so we gonna see you. So we know the ones that be in the chat when you come in and be new and all of that. Because I remember. When she was getting in with D Vlogs, and I was like, D Vlogs, why did you let that lady getting you out of character? She probably a whole AI troll because she was just talking about D Vlogs. F you,
And she
Terry.
already admitted the picture was fake. It was not her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
I can see if you
Mm-hmm.
have a profile picture that's not you, but you come on camera, we talk to you, we know what you actually look like.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is good. And then also to you guys, I want to ask part of this when it comes to Dr. Umar. Do you think Dr. Umar is equipped to even run a school?
No, because his personal life is too messy. I feel like any person who wants to be a leader, excuse me, you have to follow the principles of the Bible. You know how when a man wants to be someone in the church and
Like a
there's
bishop?
specific
Mm-hmm. Must he be
exactly there's specific
blameless, a
thing
husband of one wife?
requirements
Yes, ma'am.
exactly, and I feel that way about all leaders because wherever you are, if you're a leader, you're leading another group of people, so you can't have a broken minded leader leading anybody. Everybody knows about his personal life. I'm just saying. Now I don't have any kids yet, but if I did have kids, I wouldn't want to send my kids to a school and this man is out here sleeping with people who's supposed to be caring for his mother and all type of stuff. That's just too much drama.
Yes. And so now we got Terry backstage. Let's see if this Terry backstage wanna come on. Terry, you there? Terry?
This is Jekyll.
Huh?
This is Jekyll.
Oh, this
Hey
is Checkle.
Jekyll.
Checkle. I thought this was
Who
Terry. I'm
thought
sorry.
this was
I'm
Hey, can
Terry?
sorry.
y'all see me? Hey, can y'all see me?
You go ahead.
No.
Hold on. Let me take this banner down. Go ahead, Checkles.
Okay,
That's
can
how you
y'all
say
see
your
me?
name. Go ahead.
Jekyll.
So what you want to say?
Oh,
Hey.
can y'all see me? I'm on the screen.
Yeah. Hold on.
No.
Hold
Oh.
on. Yeah. Go ahead. We can
Oh,
see
hey
you now.
Oh,
girl.
hey y'all. Hey
Hey,
Anna. Hey Wiley. It's me,
Checkles.
Jekyll.
And I was messing up your name for years.
I'm weak. He
Look,
said
it does
Jacqueline.
look like Jackie. I don't know. A lot of people say Jackie and everything. I'm like, it's
Checkles.
Jackie. I got it from the cartoon characters Heckle and Jekyll, the old like the magpies, the ones that always doing some like dirt in the back and all. You have Heckle and Jekyll. So that's where I got that name Jekyll from,
Okay.
because it was two, me and a girl that I worked with at the hospital that I worked at like years ago. We were always in the stuff. So she was like doing some stuff. We're just always in trouble. I'm sorry, but anyway, but yeah. Hey, Prada, it's so nice to see you. And Wiley, look, we be cutting up in the chat. Doing all look, saying look, my mouthpiece is something crazy. So I don't know. It's like, it's like we just have fun. And Wiley, I'm so proud of you. You're so strong, and you have like made it on your own. And your story is similar to mine. It's like, I'm the eldest in my family, and I have gone through a lot of things. My family don't even know what I have been through. Okay, I got two boys. I have a 5-year old, it's my youngest, and I have a 21-year-old. But I have I've done everything for myself. I'm kind of like, look at what I have done without family. I depend on my friends. I depend on those are my support systems. A lot of it is not blood. So, and I can help when I can, because my friendship. Can y'all still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, you can still hear me. Yeah, it's that support system is so much stronger for me and what I've dealt with. So I can just say I'm a testament to where, like, I have just made it, you know, made made it out of the darkness. But while, like I told you, when I can help, I will help and support you, because you mean so much to me, because I know what you've been through. I know where you came from, and look, it, I'm just gonna say I understand everything. And I'm gonna tell you, it was moments in those videos when we were talking about your past and everything. It brought tears to my eyes, and I'm a sentimental person. I'm just gonna say I can totally relate to a lot of things where you've gone through. So, and I appreciate you telling your story. And yeah, that's all. And proud of me. Look, thank you so much. Look, she's been there when we could not always be there. Okay. Mm.
Oh,
And I'm gonna tell
Hmm.
you, this is when you know who your real friends are, when your real supporters are. They're gonna stick to you. Wiley, I know what happened in Vegas and everything, but I'm like, you know what? I know he's going through by himself, and I can't never not have you as a friend again. It's like, because you mean so much to me, and I cannot. Why would you want to, like? Uh, that's something we should always just be there for each other. And I can never. You're like my brother, okay? So I'm not gonna never give up on you, and I love you so much,
Thank
and
you for that.
I just can't. I can't never give up on you, Wiley.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you,
Uh,
Anna, for the super sticker. She said, "Love you, Wiley." Thank
you
you
look,
so
we all
very
love
much. Thank
you.
you
We
for the
all
sing the
super chat.
super chat song.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super
Mwah.
chat.
Yes.
You reminded me of singing that. Okay, shout out to
This is
Dusty
my
Spinning
first
Love for
time
doing
on
the
the
song.
live, y'all. I don't even know how to act. I'm sorry. Part of me,
I'm
come on.
weak.
You look. You're the one that's talker. I don't want to be the one that's talking. Oh. I feel
Girl,
weird.
don't feel weird.
Yeah. I know a lot of people is watching, and we got a lot of people that's watching from the Dr. Umar sector, this live and
Oh, he has
everything.
his own sector.
Yeah, it's pretty much a sector. It's a man. What's the man name? Leon or whatever. Y'all post the man name that talk about Dr. Umar. It's the guy that talks about Dr. Umar.
Oh, Lennon Honor.
Huh? What was that
Lennon
again?
Honor. He
Lynn
talks
Honor.
about Umar all the time, like 3 hour lives. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Yeah.
Hmm.
He be singing, he be like FG, FG, yeah, F. He did that song. I'm like, wait a minute. He sings songs, and the man looked like he got he ain't broke or anything like that. The place is nice. He nice background, and he drops receipts and everything. And then I remember Dr. Umar was threatening the man, talking about he was gonna sue him for defamation. And all the man do is repost Dr. Umar lives, his lives, and the lives he be talking about. I just saw a video of Dr. Umar. He went to the school, and I said, out of all that, and you still ain't got a roof, like the ceiling fixed and the doors fixed. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing with the money?
Remember they showed the school when it was vandalized and everything, and then the side piece was saying that his house was like not taken care of. It was like he didn't clean. He wasn't like doing anything around the house and stuff like that. I don't know.
'Cause I remember his phone had failed, or he was showing the dirty of his phone, and he accidentally panned the camera to his apartment, and it was filthy.
That's what they were
It
saying.
was filthy.
That's crazy work.
And that was years ago, and he don't even have that place no more. Cause Leon, he was even posting the man evictions. He said he got multiple evictions, and if you get eviction, it's hard for you to get a place.
Yeah,
It's
true.
hard. And they said he's a hoarder. Like he love a lot of stuff. The school is not open yet. We was trying to get Miss Barbara on, but she have her grandbaby. She said, Wally, I want to come on so bad.
Miss Barbara is a piece of work.
Why
I
she
heard it.
come? She should know we like background noise. We like
Okay.
kids, dogs, smoke detector alarms going off in the back. We like all that. But
It's
interesting new development, you guys. So I told Wiley about the station had messages between me and Terry. I was gonna go and screenshot them and put them in our group chat. So I scroll back up to the start of the messages. The first message that she sent me, she said, I think Deputy No Badge is denied. Okay, well, we know Deputy No Badge is not denied because that's Rosie. So see how the first message she sent, she was accusing somebody else of
mm,
some mess. And the mess is still her.
wow. Yeah, I think she came on into the chat, and that's why I came everybody up, because they bring people because they try to stop the momentum of the show. But baby, you
Fact.
can't stop the momentum of the show now. I'm medicated, therapy, and I'm clear minded, and I see it all, and I really pay attention to the chat and stuff like that. And the blessings are happening to the show. So y'all, all these new people that think you're gonna get mod up to call confused with the other mods, because we have a solid team and we going to the next level. We can't have all that mess and stuff like that. That's just too messy. And then especially if you don't, I can understand if you messy and you be like, you hit the link and you just be messy and all that. Then I
Yeah.
respect that, because you're just a messy being, but you also contribute to the show. But just going behind the scenes, said this person did this person. I remember I brought Prada on the show, and this other sister who was messy, a messy moderator. Wiley is using you for views. Because Prada would hit the link. Now, mind you, this sister that said it, I never met Prada in person. I met her in person, but she never hit the link to come on the show. Then when we all went out to the club, I talked because I'm gonna spill my tea. I talked about how I was drunk at the club and all that. And then so she went over to Storm. Yeah, Wiley was drunk and all that, but he already explained it to her. But did you tell him that you put your feet all in my face and you wanted all? she don't get me started. Don't get me started. And it's just like, and that's why I'm like, the main people that came and see me, and they was a thorn in my, and they thought they could control me because we going out for drinks or we went out to the club. They thought they could control me and try to turn me against Prada. I said no. I have to have my own. I don't like to follow where a group of people don't like a person, but since it's a group, I just follow a group. But that person did do nothing to you individual. I don't like you. If the person didn't do nothing to you, why are you following the crowd and try to throw them under the bus too? I don't like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But those are the people that I met. And she put her feet in my face and all that. Then, child, because you can't do that to Storm. Storm wasn't doing no meet and greet. Do you know to this day, a lot of these YouTube creators haven't done meet and greets?
Yeah.
They don't meet their fans like that. What they do,
You
they
were the
what?
first one.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
learned that from Sean Bradley about the Vegas thing. I was like, okay, let's do the meet and greet. And thank God I did it because them relationships I could lean on. I was like, okay, so it's like Natasha, a real one.
Yeah.
And I met her a couple of years ago when we first did our first meet and greet in Vegas. And people was traveling from Virginia and all type of stuff. So I would never. And people say, "Well, you need a lot of views. You need a lot of subscribers to do meet and greets." No, you don't. The Bible said, "Whether it's two or three gathered together by name, then I will be in the midst also." You don't need 2 or 3 thousand people.
Okay.
You have
Yeah.
to. You have to start out from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah.
was good.
Prada, I want to say thank you so much for, being the one to like really secure Wiley and help him. And when we couldn't do it, we were always behind him anyway. So,
Mhm.
but you were there, so I appreciate that. And she is funny too. And
Thank you.
we'll be in the chat.
Thank
You
you,
know,
guys.
like
And look,
somebody.
a while, remember, look, you got yourself back when you started, I could just tell in your voice. And I was like, that's Wiley. He's coming back. That's his real
Yes.
self. And look, I was always like, preach. I would be in the comments like, come on, preach now, Wiley, come on. And I'd be like, wild, riling him up and stuff. So that's me. I'm like, that's my Wiley. So yeah.
Jazz, you don't want to go to the meet and greet with Terry? Is that the select individual you're talking about? You want to go to a meet and greet with her?
Was that
And then
Jazz?
and I remember because like when you do meet and greets, you'll see for people that can afford it, stuff like that, it's a different vibe. And you become a family. And somebody said so. I don't know if Prada said this yesterday, but they said while you have some loyal subscribers that's loyal
Mm-hmm.
to you, loyal followers that will come back,
Yeah.
and here y'all are. And then there was another person that said, Wally, I just found I can see that we're getting more in the algorithm, that more and more people are starting to notice that we're back and all of that. And because I've been on YouTube for years, so just to see people just to come on back, so I'm like, it's a good feeling. It's a real good feeling. But when it comes to this Dr. Umar, you guys, y'all pray for Dr. Umar because he needs to stop scamming. And I'm surprised the FBI haven't investigated because that got to be a federal crime. You said you got a school like. Is
I
that
know.
some misappropriated of funds? That's crazy. And then you up there talking about you a nonprofit. I don't even think he a nonprofit no more. If somebody could correct me wrong, is Dr.
Oh, that's
Umar when
a
you
scam. I
okay?
Crystal
found out
can.
that was so that's like a well-known scam saying that you have a nonprofit. Child, these people that have these nonprofits, they're worse than corporate officers, honestly.
Umar is a grifter, y'all. Just take that into consideration. He's a grifter. He
Jazz,
just
weren't you being messy when Terry was in the chat? See, but then when I start being messy and saying stuff, it's not funny. Can someone explain that to me? Why is it okay for other people to make jokes and laugh at me, but then when I make jokes, the jokes are no longer
I
funny?
can't see the comments, Prada. So I'm on the string yard. So who is saying what? I can't
Oh,
see
can you
what
see it on the screen when
I
I
can't.
posted on the screen? Can you see that?
Yeah. If you post it on there, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
it
can you see it
now.
now? I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Your screen. Okay, that's what she was talking about. I feel like Prada is trying to be funny, LOL, but I'm gonna leave
No.
it alone.
No, Prada's not being funny. I don't know. She's not being funny. I don't think. Prada
Everybody
is
else gets to laugh and make jokes and stuff. Why when
well.
I
I
make jokes and
look.
things, it's
I
not
think
funny?
because me and Prada, we kind of have the same we think a lot alike or whatever. So I don't think she's being funny about anything.
Now
Yes,
wait a
click the
minute.
link.
Natasha said something
Yeah, daily dose.
that
Come up.
that she Miss not to cut you off. She said Dr. Umar goes to casinos and begs for people to give him money to gamble with talking about he's gonna use that gambling money for the school. And you gotta watch. Let me tell you something. Because when I was with AT2, he had came to the meet and greet and he was gambling. You got to be careful with people that
Yes.
gamble. And then
Right,
because that's a losing thing. That's why I'm glad I ain't got no gambling demon. I think that's
right.
hello, Daily Dose of Jazz, that's you?
Come up,
Yeah, can
girl.
you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just
Oh.
a little confused because I kind of, make jokes and laugh and be messy just like everyone else all the time. So this situation wasn't special or trying to come for you or nothing. So I don't know if you're taking it to the heart because of the situation, but we were already prior to her popping back in the chat, we were already conversing about it and we were laughing about it before that, like, oh, where's Terry, where's Terry? So of course I'm going to continue with my whatever I was going on before. So it wasn't to be funny to nobody. So I don't need nobody taking nothing serious. And if there's some type of secret animosity or something, then that's a different story. But I'm not intentionally trying to be funny to nobody. Like if it's a joke, it's a joke to me. I don't take none of this shit serious, to be honest. So it's just like, okay, like, so that the need for all the extras is just not really called for because nobody was on that.
Daily, I
That's all I
couldn't
have to say.
I couldn't really see your comments. I'm just on the screen. I'm on my phone, so I couldn't see what the collaboration between you and Prada was about.
It
I
was
don't think she
it was pretty
Prada
much
is not. I
she
don't
pretty
think she's.
much, I guess she felt some type of way because when Terry came in the chat, I was like, oh, here go Terry, da da da, like, because we was
Yeah.
just talking about her. So if she's in the chat, okay, she's in the chat. Like, I don't have a problem with nobody. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like I said, this is what I do all the time. Like, I'm not trying to be funny to nobody, but
Yeah.
if we were just talking about her and she in the chat, okay, here go Terry, like whatever, like just like anybody else does. Nobody says anything when, not to throw you under the bus, Cheesecake, but
Yeah.
um nobody says anything when Cheesecake make little comments and like she's the one who brought up Terry in the first place. So it's like, and I'm not saying anything towards her, like she's being funny, but I'm gonna be funny as well. That's my character. That's what I do. So I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I don't have an issue with Terry. I don't know Terry. I know she did what she did. She's clearly an op. Like she's an op to everybody, but at the same time, like I don't know her to be buddy buddy with her or to kiki, but I was kikiing at the situation. So it's
So
like
that's
it is
the
what it
thing.
is.
If she's an op, then why would you be trying to boost up the situation?
I was
Like
like
when the
boosting up
man
anything.
was trolling you last night, you didn't see me boosting up the situation. Number one, I'm a moderator and you're a moderator. Why would I be boosting up a commenter in the chat who's going against a moderator? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, he was trolling me anyway. I don't take none of this
Right.
serious. Like this is
And
not
we've
my
all come to the
life. So I
conclusion
don't
that Terry is a troll. So why would you feel the need to be boosting up a troll in the chat?
am I
This
boosting up
has happened
anybody?
before and it turned out very badly. The person ended up getting exposed.
But how am I boosting up anybody in the chat? Can we answer that? By
Oh,
laughing?
ah, ha, ha, the girls are fighting. What girls are fighting? We don't even know who this person is.
Okay,
But
so
you're
then
in the
that's
chat
even more
boosting it up.
reason
Do
for it
you
to
know
not be an
Terry?
issue.
Do you know Terry? Can you call her on the phone?
Did
Yeah.
I
We
not
know.
just say I don't know who this
But
is?
you in the
Like,
chat boosting it up. Why are you boosting something up? You don't even know this person.
okay, well, we can
But you're
agree to
like,
disagree. Like, I'm not
the
about
girls are
to.
fighting. This is so funny. That's the thing. It wasn't so funny.
Well, it's not funny to you, but everything's funny to me. I'm gonna make a joke out of everything.
This
I'm gonna make
person
everything
really
lighthearted.
came over here and infiltrated Wiley's channel. And
We
then
don't
when he
even
went
know if
to
that's
jail,
her
they
for real in the first
disappeared. Nothing
place.
about that
So,
is funny.
okay, well, like I said, we can agree to disagree. I'm not up
Okay.
here to argue and go back and forth about it. Like, at the end of the day, I don't take this serious. I'm not on an internet beef. I don't beef over the internet. I don't have an
You sitting
issue with
here
nobody
talking
over the
about you don't take
internet.
me serious.
I don't
There's
do
a
none of
man
that.
in jail right now who killed 2 people in Las Vegas because he was taking it seriously.
Okay, well, I mean, we know that, but that's not this. So, I
We don't
mean,
want to
it is
fight,
what it
you
is.
guys.
It
Okay,
is no fight. I don't have an issue.
we're not going
But you
to.
just said a few minutes ago, oh, the girls are fighting. Now
Okay,
it's not
were you
funny.
fighting? Were you
Were
fighting?
you? Are you fighting?
I'm never
This is
fighting.
a
I don't
family, y'all.
fight. I don't fight. I'm
No,
too pretty for that.
no, no,
But
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. We're gonna be peaceful here. We're gonna be
I'm being
peaceful.
peaceful. I mean, it is what
We're
it is.
gonna be
Like I said, we
peaceful.
can agree to disagree, but I'm not gonna keep going
I
back and
love
forth with
y'all
somebody over
all.
nothing
I
that's
love
not that
y'all all.
serious. Same. Like, it is what it is, but this is not, I just feel like it's never that serious for anybody to try to, make a situation out of nothing. Like, it is what it is. We don't know if that was the real person or not, even if it was, like, they
And I
clearly
couldn't
didn't
even
have the
see
We
balls
don't
to
know if
click
it
the
Terry.
was the
link.
real person or not, but you were in the chat really typing comments, boosting it up.
Okay, I was laughing. All right. What's next? What's next for the situation?
What's next is why do you feel the need to boost up situations and you don't know what's going on?
I said what I had to say. I explained what I needed to explain, and I'm not gonna continue to explain any further. I said what I said, and it is what it is. Like, it's not that serious. It's never that serious for me. If anybody else want to take it that serious, you could do that. But on my end, I'm not about to sit here and, like I said, go back and forth with nobody over no internet shit. Like, it is what it is. So, I mean, I said my piece, and that's just what it's gonna be. And if anybody want to have an issue with me after that, then it could be that. But if you want to be weird or be funny, then that's cool. Like, that's your business. But I'm gonna be me at the end of the day. I'm not gonna sugarcoat or keep shit like cute, whatever. I'm not gonna do that for nobody. So I'm gonna do my job as a mod, and I'm gonna interact with the people. I'm gonna laugh if I want to laugh, and nobody's gonna check me for that. And that's it. That's all I gotta say. Continue your show, Wiley.
Well, on that note, we're gonna bring us to a close because I was invited to go to another show. Um, Lord have mercy. What is the lady name? Her name is Sassy. So if you go to my Instagram, I shared on my Instagram. She wanted me to come on the show because they're doing a round table of the B sector about OGs, about the B sector, and all of that. So if you want to come over and see me over there, it's going to start in about 30 minutes. In about 30 minutes, it's going to start. I know it's going to be 9 a.m. my time. So Sassy reached out to me. She said, "Hey, Wiley, do you want to be on the on the forum?" And I agreed because she reached out to me professional in a DM. So I said
Wow,
yes.
what platform is this going to be on? It's
It's gonna be on Sassy platform. So if you reach out to me on
okay.
Instagram, I could DM you the link.
Okay. All
Yeah, I
right.
could DM you the link on Instagram, or if you have my number,
I
for those
got your
people that
number. Yeah,
you
I'll
could
text
text,
you.
you could text me, and I'll text you the link and
Okay.
everything as
Yeah, send
well.
me the
So
link.
so if any, yeah, and I'll text you the link as well because and also I was on. If anybody want me to text y'all the link, you could just
Yeah.
always text me at this number 702-355-9581. We was on another platform yesterday on Station Head Cam K, and we were talking about malogrograms, and we were talking about the lawsuit and all of that. But yesterday, y'all enjoyed the show. Yesterday, we was praying for Milagro, and hopefully, she listened and everything. But I do want to thank the subscribers because y'all have keeping me updated on all the stuff. And once you get on here, and another thing too, on last night when I was doing the show, I was like, okay, let me get off the live. I'm getting dragged in the B sector. Let me get off the live. And I went to sleep. I woke up so refreshed because you got to know when to turn it off. Now, the old Wiley would stay up for hours and hours and hours and hours and
I
hours.
know.
I put both of them phones on the couch area. I said, listen, I'm going to sleep. Woke up the next day. I said, we'll talk about Dr. Umar. Then we got to go back live today because Prada sent over a lot of stories today. So we still got to talk about that. So, yeah, just be on the lookout. Yes,
That
because
proud of me is something serious.
yeah, she sent off a lot of stories too. So we gotta definitely dive into it in the show. Definitely gonna be good. They said They said Umar say $100 should have been $200. Yeah, that's what he said. He didn't say that. He
Me,
and it's no rumor. Like if you donate
yeah.
$10, the next time to make sure it's $20. He'll say that, and it's sad. But it's so sad. Dr. Umar could write a book. He's a gifted speaker.
But he chose to scam.
Yeah, that's sad because you're not even really using your gift. Because he could be like Les Brown being a motivational speaker. I don't know if y'all know who Les Brown is, or any of y'all know who Les Brown is. He's been a public speaker for years, a motivational speaker for years. He could be doing that and going on tour. But I don't know how he broke when he go to them tours and he do them events. Don't they pay him for every event he go to?
That's what I was told.
And it's like he don't. And then another thing, I'm gonna say this, and this just dropped in my spirit. He bad with managing money.
Of course. We see
He don't know
that.
how. He bad with managing money.
Mm-mm-mm.
Cause I try.
The humble one said he been collecting money since April 2014.
But April 2014. Do you know
We've
I
been
was
waiting on
20?
that doggone school for years.
My little brother was 14 years old. I was
I
24
don't want
years
to
old when he was
cuss.
begging for that school, and still the school is not out. That's sad.
Child, yeah. He's smashing holes on the side. That's what he's paying for.
Yeah, and then the holes that he's smashing, I'm like,
Look like
ugh.
Medea.
Yes.
You see the side chick, the side piece?
Yeah, I saw her on did you see Storm Monroe interview with her?
Yeah, that's Medea.
That
I'm
is
weak.
I said I thought it would be like a baddie, like how
He got
Y'all
a
thought he was
fetish.
pulling IG baddies, please.
he pulling
He got an
dusty
old lady
women.
fetish, y'all.
I'm
So okay,
weak.
so what did he say that the lady said he wasn't good in bed, or she had to take over? Is that true? What he said she said he wasn't good in bed? Because for
Shoot.
anybody that was watching live, because when I was watching, she seemed to me like he wasn't good in bed, but then he said that her coochie was stinking. But I'm like, but you slept with her, I believe, more than one time.
He said 3 or 4 times.
You gotta watch like so 3 or 4 times. So if her coochie was stinking 3 or 4 times, then why would you sleep with her? You a nasty person. But men don't care.
Honestly,
Let me be real. I'm a man.
talking about
The,
her vagina smelled like a fish tank. Really,
the,
Ooh,
the,
sir?
the vagina can smell like a fish tank. Men do not
yep.
care. Some men do not care. Not all men. Some men do not care. They will still screw you and then talk about you later. But sisters, let that be a lesson. Don't be giving your yoni to a man that's disrespecting something precious. That
Right.
Facts.
But
Exactly.
hmm but I can guarantee you that lady, if he reach out to her today, she'll sleep with him today.
Oh, I know. Mm-mm-mm. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do
Absolutely.
better.
Absolutely. As a society, we definitely got to do better.
Ugh.
I wasn't even expecting y'all to come in this chat. Y'all love y'all some Dr. Umar drama and mess. I did that stuff. I said, let me go up here and do this show real quick about Dr. Umar. Because I didn't even know if y'all was here. Y'all came through today. Some of y'all donated today. I was like, okay, okay. We probably have to talk about Dr. Umar some more,
We
more.
got to, Wiley.
But I just can't talk about one person, because it gets kind of draining. We talk about one person, but
We'll talk
Leon,
about other people. Don't
yeah, we
worry.
talk about we talk
Mm-hmm.
about other people. So, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. I got to get ready to go to Sassy Show. Then I'm gonna come back and give the live that we have today. We have a lot of subjects we got to talk about.
Okay.
So a lot. So I'm gonna put the live on the community wall. So if you want to see me over there, I share it on the community wall. And then if you text me, I can text you the link.
Yes.
So the number is 702-355-9581.
Proud of you, Wiley. Love
Yeah.
y'all.
Love
I
you.
love you
Mwah.
too.
Love you. They
Love
said you
you.
should start doing Umar Live. Yeah, of course I'm gonna do a Umar Live. Yes, Les Brown is a throwback. Yes, and I love his stuff. She definitely a throwback. Definitely a throwback. But yes, please like the video, and I will see y'all. Thank y'all so very much. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. And we will see y'all. If you want to contribute to the Wiley Show, you can donate to the Cash App $ Marquise. I'm sorry, $Wiley Show 1990 $Wiley Show 1990. You don't understand. We only have the Cash App right now, so we'll try to add other stuff as well. But right now, we just have the Cash App. If you want to contribute to our show, $Wiley Show 1990, and we will talk to y'all later. And we'll be back later on. Okay, how do I end this show? Okay, let's do it this way.